Hello everyone, this is Colin once again. I'm making this video because I was invited by Brother Dawa Addict to respond to his video in which he is telling non-Muslims and others about the Shahada and what it means to take the Shahada and what it means to become a Muslim. And so I'm honored that he invited me to make this video. There's not really a lot I can add to what he was talking about because the brother has done an amazing job visually, information-wise. The whole thing is, his video is just very impressive, and I think he's covered pretty much everything. The only thing I would say is, the only thing I would like to put an emphasis on, and he did touch on this in his video, was the idea of really sort of looking into Islam and sort of studying Islam. And he made a good statement when he said not to rush into anything, and when someone becomes a new Muslim, not to think that you need to suddenly know everything and things like this. I mean, you're becoming a member of a religion that you didn't belong to before, and so you are not expected to suddenly know everything the day after you take your Shahada. But I actually wanted to kind of take that idea and emphasize it in another direction. And that is for non-Muslims who are looking into Islam and are thinking that Islam is the correct religion for them. I would actually advise them to study a little bit about Islam before even taking the Shahada, because I have found that some people they hear that how simple it is, or at least compared to other religions. And the brother Dawa Addict talked about this briefly, where he said that there's no baptism, there's no ritual or anything, and that's true. One just has to say the Shahada and believe it and mean it when they say it, and thus you become a Muslim. But I think some people think, oh, well, that's easy, and then they hear the two phrases that make up the Shahada, and they think, well, yeah, I believe that, and then they take the Shahada without really realizing and thinking about what they are doing. And many times, either people that I know in person or people on the internet that I've met have a problem in this aspect. They take the Shahada and they don't realize what they've stepped into. And so my advice for non-Muslims who are looking into Islam would be to do some research. Read parts of the Quran. Look into the life of Muhammad, peace be upon him, the Prophet of Islam. Look into the history of Islam. See what Islam teaches. Talk to Muslims. Go to a masjid, a mosque, and speak with the imam there, or the sheikh there. Really just get yourself with some background information, and then if you feel that Islam is the right religion for you, then of course take the testimony of faith and become a Muslim if you think that it is something that you would like to do. I myself am a convert to Islam. I accepted the religion of Islam about 3 years ago, give or take. And what I did personally is I read the whole Quran, and I looked into the life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and I basically looked at what Islam taught on a theological level. And that's when I made my decision. Now, I'm not saying that everyone needs to go to that extent, but I think to have some sort of additional information before one becomes a Muslim is definitely beneficial. And so I hope that this video, inshallah, will help, God willing, will help those who are interested in the topic. Again, I think that this is just a minor 2 cents into the discussion of this topic because, like I said, Brother Dawa Addict has done an amazing job, and I feel like I'm not really adding anything to it. But like I said 3 years ago, after making the decision for myself, I did testify that there was no God but Allah, and that Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was his messenger, and that La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And I said this 3 years ago, and I've been a Muslim ever since. And so, yes, again, I would like to encourage people to do research into the religion of Islam, and if they do find that the religion is something that works for them, then of course take the Shahada. And again, I'd like to thank Brother Dawa Addict for thinking of me and inviting me to make this video. I hope it benefits people, it helps benefit people, inshallah, God willing. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you again, Brother Dawa Addict. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.